And good evening, everyone. And which I believe that you've started seeing my screen, right? Can you all see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So please let's continue. So now this is where we stopped as of yesterday. So now we've inserted our chip. We've inserted this our Mastercard logo. So now before I proceed, we can see that this our Mastercard, the color is not going along with the background. So now, and which we've seen that white is somehow uh, going along with blue color. So that's why we changed this our font to white yesterday. So which I've also emphasized during our last class yesterday that one of the essential things that you should know as a developer is you must know how to use color, you must know your typography, on how to use fonts and everything, and then you must also sorry, and then you must also know how to use all these pixels, these units, and the rest. So now, as of yesterday, and please, sorry, this is supposed to take like just only color typography alone. It's supposed to take a complete class because you have to know some techniques, and I will also share you some websites that you should get to know that whenever you want to create a project, one of the things that you should be familiar with is on how to use your colors and your typography. See, let me tell you, this is one of the advantages of front end over back end because front end developer has huge opportunity than back end. The reason why is that because in front end people are seeing what you are doing, but in back end people are not seeing. And the world has really changed because people tend to move towards something that they are seeing far more than something that they are not seeing. So as a backend, what can you display? But believe me, but if anything is running fine, if a product or if a startup is running fine, the secret is backend. And if a product is downgrading, is it's not running fast, well, the problem is from the back end developers. The back end developers are the engine of any startup or any product. But as so that's why they call them the engine of any product, right? So but the front end just tend to have more opportunity than them because people are seeing now. Believe now, what's the project down that will finish now? By the time you display it outside or maybe you post, someone will say, "Wow, wow, this is what you've really done." Then you just posting mere codes that people are not understanding, right? And they don't know how these things are done. So that's why you just have to know this, right? So now this is why we stopped yesterday, and we've changed our color. Please, who can tell me now? We can see that our Mastercard is H4. If I want to target this Mastercard now, this Mastercard, if I want to change it to color white, what do I do? I can go back to my this thing. What do I do? Who can tell me? I can just specify,
Go to
right?
the CSS.
Yes, I can just specify from here, right? I can just specify that dot. Oh, sorry, H4 alone. So, but don't forget that this is a universal selector. That is, it will target all the H4 inside this code, and then I'll just say color. Now let me use as white. Let me use what they call hexadecimal 00000. This is color white under hexadecimal. Oh, sorry, FFFF. Sorry, it's FFFFFF. This is color white under hexadecimal, which I also teach you. I will you see now that this one now has changed to color code, and you can see now that this white now is not going along with our background color, right? So now you can see that this our what's the name? This our Mastercard, we need to create a space between it, and which I've also told you about, and I've also sent you a this thing about what they call box model. And I told you box model. It's there. We have what? We have. I'm coming to accept this person. Someone is trying to join. Um. Okay. And don't forget this about box model, which I told that we have what? We have the margin, we have the border, we have the padding, and we have the content, the main content. Now just assume that everything that you are seeing here now, you are seeing it as a box in web. So which I've also shown you. Now let's assume now, let me open this on our dev tools so that you get to understand more again. If I should open this on my browser now and I should inspect it, you see now that this thing now, computer is seeing it like this, like a box like this. You see margin, border, padding, and the main content, which also explain later. So now you see this as part. Please hope you are seeing my screen. Can you all see my screen? Hello? Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So you see this our outer space here is what we call margin. This our line here that you are seeing, this line they are what we call border, which means all this our line there that you are seeing is what border, and this our padding, the inner space here between your text, your content, and this border is what we call padding, and then your main content. Please, who can tell me how did we achieve this curving style here? What is the name? Can can someone tell me this curving here, this curve here? What is the name? So that I will know that you are following. Who can tell me? No one. This curve here that you are seeing is this curve side, this curve that you are seeing now. How did we achieve that? No one. So I told you this curving is what is called border radius, right? Border radius, this one, right? So now, if I want to specify a space now to happen between this Mastercard logo and this, what should I do? It's either I can target this Mastercard one, or I can target this my what? This my Mastercard what's the name? Element, or you can target this one. But since we are in H4, let's just target this Mastercard. Now I will just come down here and say what? Now the space, the outer space here now. What will I do to target this? And I told that for all the box model we have four values, right? We have top, right, bottom, left. The up here is top. The right, this one is right. Then bottom, this left. So now if I want to target this, I can say bottom what? Bottom left, right? Bottom left. Sorry, margin bottom, margin left. Sorry, I said bottom. Margin left. Let's put like let's put 3 pixels, just small, so I just get. If I save, you see now that a space has happened. We have seen a space between this, but I think this one is small. Let me increase it to like 5. Save. Is this one okay like this, or I should put like 8 so it will be normal? Aha, this is 8 now. I think this one is okay now. Can we see that now? Are we progressing? Please,
Yes.
is there any question, please? So go back to our this thing now. So we've extended because this one they are H5, 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 right? And then to extend, because we want to style for each one of them, that's why we extended it with this class name. Because which I've told you, once if you specify H5 here yesterday as what we've done here, H5 color, that's why it affected all these H5 this elements tags. But now if I just want to specify for this one alone, this my number alone, and this my this alone, so that's why we now extended it with a class name, right? So now I want to target this one because I want a space to happen between these 3 things. Now I want a space to happen it. Now if I want to target this now, what do I do? I can just say we have different ways to target. We have different, so you can specify. Let me just teach you the normal method that is popular with class name is it's just dot, right? But now let's assume now that we have let me accept this person also. Someone is trying to join. Who is that? Okay, let me assume now that we have many numbers as a class. So now this is another method now. If you don't want it to affect all the numbers class now, so now if I just want to target this h5 alone, just come down to your CSS now and I'll say h5 dot, is that clear? H5 dot what? Then the what? The number class name. Let's say number. So now, hope you've gotten it. So now, what has to happen now? I want to add a space above here. So what will I do? Is what? Margin, what? Top, right? Then let me now give it what? What will I give it? Let's say 5 pixel, so that I think it will be that much. Can you see that now?
I
Or,
think so.
or let's leave it like 10. Let's add it more. Let's put 10 so that I think this 10 is okay now. Can you see now that I've added a space right within this? Now, if I want, please someone should tell me if I want to target this name now with the new what will I do? I can just say that h5 dot what? h5 h5 dot what dot name, and I'll still repeat the same process. I want margin top, then put 10 pixel and then save. Can we see it now? Please, are we progressing? Don't forget, yesterday I told you that these are still long codes. As a developer or a programmer, you must know how to minimize codes. But because this is just for learning sake, for you to be familiar with it, since we've said that this is all project phase. So that's why we are now trying to explain every concept, right? But as we progress, there are some things that all this they are still long. See how I'm repeating h5, 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 h5. There's a way that you can just target h5 once and then you strive for everything that you want for it. But just for us to get familiar with most of the concepts, that's why I'm trying to explain each bit of it. Please, are we okay now? Any question, please?
No question.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Please, what about others? Do you have any question before we proceed? I think so. Since no one is talking, I think let us continue. So now, under this our what's the name? This our so there's something that used to be attached to ATM also, which are the valid date, right? The date that thing will expire. Yes or no? So that date that it will expire, and the months, right? So which they call it valid to Kaza. Sorry, I'm saying Arabic. Sorry, valid to. Then they will now specify the month and the year, right? So I think that's what used to happen. I think, right? So now let us now create for that. And then someone asked about this flex that we did yesterday. We explained the concept of flex yesterday, and which we used to achieve this. And I also told you that we have different layout techniques depending on what you want, right? So we use flex. So now let me use this flex again to achieve this one that you want to do. So after this, what you just have to do now after this, create another div class. Let me name it valid. Let's just name it valid class. Let me just name it valid, and let me put it. Let me use what can I use? Let me use h6. Is that h6? Let me use h5. Sorry. Or let me use h6. And then let me use what's the name? They say valid. I think this is how bank used to write it, right? Valid 2. I think, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. And then I'm coming. Let me bring my ATM so that I won't. Where's my ATM? Sorry, so that I won't do any mistake. Yeah, I'm correct. So yes, is this valid true? VAL and THRU. And then let me now add my date. Let me put first. Let's say 2000 and let's say 2030. Our card is expiring to 2030. Please, are we okay now? You see now that I've extended this our class now to what to valid this our div to a class name called valid, and then and I've attached this. Now if I should save it now, you see now that it has reflected on this. See it here, but we can see now the typography, the this thing is not corresponding with this our thing, right? So now if I want to specify for this, what will I do? Who can tell me? I can just what? I can just use H6, right? Right, H6, and then it will start for all H6, right? But if I want it to affect all this, that the since I have H5 here, and if I want it to have the color this thing that I've done to this H5, if I just want it to affect to this automatically without anything, I can just change this into H5. Oh, also I've not downloaded this extension. There's one extension that once you've changed one tag, the rest will also change. If I should save it now, can you see that? Can you see what happened here? That this one too has changed. Let me try to accept this person. Sorry. I've vis- I've seen it now. So, but if I want to target this H5 now, if I want to target this, right? And you can see that the space is not aligning. I want to add space at the top of this. I can just come down so that it won't affect the remaining remaining H5. Please, what can I do? Who can tell me what I should do?
Sorry, the question.
That now, once I target H5 as a universal tag now on my style, it will affect this previous H5 this thing, all the H5 in my HTML code, right? But if I just want it to affect just only this one alone, what will I do for it not to affect the other to other H5?
Then we can use its parent class name.
As
That
what?
will be
So we can
as
just come down to
the
this, right, and say what? Dot valid,
valid then h
then what?
dot valid then we'll give the column.
Now what? Margin top,
Uh-huh.
like this. Then I say 5 pixel. You see how it affected the this thing the all together with this. But now if you can see now that this one is not doing this, it affected this and without this. But no problem, since we've achieved this and I want this one now. Let me just use this time to explain this flex again. Yesterday I explained something about flex, which is one of the layout techniques that you have to know as a developer. It's very good. So we have different layout techniques that you can use to achieve. And I've also told you as a programmer or as a computer scientist, you don't argue. So, and because it is to baffle me that some people you see some newbies arguing that this programming language is the best, this one is the best. Some will say that this one is the best, Python is the best. All this, many people used to say that, right? Which I used to tell my advice for you guys. My conclusion, what I used to say is that some people tend to argue because the technology they are familiar with, that's the only thing you now see them arguing on. But you should know that in computer we don't argue. The only thing we need is solution and and efficiency. That's the only thing that we need in computer, which I've also given you as an example yesterday. Now just imagine that someone say that the first person to enter this house will be rewarded. You see that there are some people that will pass through door, some will pass through window, some will pass through roof. So these are how computer used to work. So we have different approach to solve different problems. The only thing that we can just be arguing on is the efficiency. That okay, which one is more faster, which one is more accurate, which one will be more suitable for my users. That's the only thing that you should be thinking of. But don't be thinking of because you see someone use something else, and you are familiar with this, you will not be condemning that person as. See, if you know all the programming languages of this world, if you know all the programming languages, but you are not solving anything, it's more of like you don't know anything. So before you can call yourself a developer or something, by the time you start solving things, that's when you can call yourself that, yeah, that you know computer. And that's the opposite of what we are having now in our recent educational system. That you now see that most of computer science students now, they will graduate without knowing anything. They won't be able to solve anything, and they will be there roaming about that they are computer scientists. Believe me, you are nothing. As far you are not solving anything, if you're not solving anything, you can't call yourself a computer scientist. By the time you start solving, that's when people will now regard you that, yes, right? So that's why, so I told you that we can solve this with grid, we can solve it with box sizing, with flex box, with flex, anyone, depending on the approach that you want, and depending with the one that you like. But due to this one that I've sent you, the materials that I sent, the link that I asked you to read before our class, so I sent the method of what's the name, flex, so which I will now use to solve this one too. Now just imagine now that I want this my date to come back here, and we can see that these two now, they are what, they are together, right? Someone is trying to join again. I don't like all this interruption. So now if you can see this, we will see that what, we can see that they are. So now if I want to make this as a flex box, who can tell me? Let's assume now that I want this my date now to come back to this side. What will I do? Can someone tell me?
Using Flexbox.
Yes, yes, using flex, the one that you that we used to achieve this yesterday.
That would be Flex right?
So what will I do now? Since I have this one now, I have this valid as a, what's the name? Since I have this valid here now, right? So now what will I do
Yes.
to achieve it?
Then would be dot. Is it only the date, right?
No, this, yes, this both. But if you don't forget what I explained about flex yesterday, is that flex, the importance of flex is that if you want, you can achieve it vertically or horizontally. The flex, it's just to divide the available space for you into equal parts, and which I showed them an example yesterday. Let's assume now that you have a block, that you have a box here, box here, box here, box here, yeah. So it's a flex that will now divide depending on what you want. If you want, like, to have a vertical, let me give you one example again, so that you will try to understand it very well. Yesterday I used this thing as an example for them yesterday. I think ALX something, ALX what, man? Is it I think ALX, is it AICE? I think is this one, or which one did I use? So I'm coming. So not, I think I used one this thing for them yesterday. Let me see if this one will open. Aha, wow. See now. See this first week, you see, first week, second week, third week. You will say they have equal length, equal height, width, the same thing, right? So you can achieve this with flex, you can achieve this with grid, you can achieve this with flexbox, a lot of things that you can use. Now you will see that it divides, well, it divided all this into equal parts. You will see that this their height, they are having the same width, the same height, the same everything, right? So now if you want to achieve this now, but me, I want it to, for it to divide it to equal part for me here, like how I did here, that it should do for me now, so that this one will Just use this how I explain these techniques now for this one too, this date now to also come to this side. So what will I do? Who can tell me?
I guess the flag direction there
Flex direction.
going to be horizontal, right?
No,
To the
with
right.
that one is somehow still complex. That one is still somehow
In that,
far.
is it like we should use flex as the
Yes,
property
as
inside
display. See,
the?
just for easy access. Now this is what
Okay.
this is valid, right?
Yeah.
These are valid. I can just come down here. Let me say let me say what display. Let me say what flex. Is that clear?
Okay.
I will then align
Yeah.
items and this is center. If I say center, now can you see it now? That it has brought this one back to this here. But
Yeah.
now the last one that you now had, the last value and properties and value now is now justify content to what space between. If I just see that, can you see it now?
Yes.
Please, do we all understand?
Yes.
Let me go back to my. Please, any question, please? Any question? Are you all getting it? Now, this should not be your assignment. Very, very, very easy. And it won't take you like 5 minutes to solve it. Now, let's assume that this is my front view. Now, let's assume that I'm okay with this now. So, I want the back view. So, your assignment is that the back side of your ATM, just bring it back here and bring it out here. Are we good now? Believe me, just this thing that you've seen here, this is what one of my colleague used to design, and he collected nothing less than 1 million. You see all these people that they call UI UX, see they are getting bad money, and not bad money, sorry, that they are getting serious money. So now, as this is what someone just need, as like just design. Now I want an ATM for my company, and you can just come and design one for them. Believe me, see, before you can call yourself a front end developer, is that anything that you are seeing, anything, you see how graphic designers used to design things that they will just see something and what they will start doing. So as a front developer to anything that you are seeing that you can't interpret it back in a code format, believe me, you are not a front developer. So you should be able to train yourself to the extent that everything. Now, just imagine now as I view this ALX now, because wow, that this thing you can achieve it with Flex, you can achieve it with Grid. See, that's how you should be interpreting it, even without anyone telling you that wow, okay, this thing now, okay, this applied today that I'm seeing, it means that I can achieve it with button. I can achieve it with even with normal without background value. I can achieve that, and so that I'll just with even normal box model, I can use it to achieve this. See, just start thinking, just start thinking of things. Hmm? So as far as you can interpret the secret behind this thing, so that's why you can call yourself a front end developer. See, front end developer, they are more of like they are somehow closer to designer of any technology, because like what I've said earlier, that's why they have advantages over the back end, because they are the ones interpreting what people are saying outside. So the UI UX designer will be the one to design to say that okay, this is how I want the product should be. Then the front end developer will be the one to now to implement it into a technology format, that is into a like a product like is it an app or is it a web based or is it an app based something. Then the back end are now the ones to make it functioning for everything. Now you submit something or you register, you log in, everything. all these things, they are the one behind it. So once you are good to the extent that you can interpret anything, just imagine that today, oh wow, GT Bank ATM card or OPay ATM card. So I will design it. I will see. So as far as you can interpret that thing, you can use it to draw. Believe me. Can you believe that you can draw normal human being with code? Yes, front-end developers. It's like I'll start sharing you some videos tutorials just for you to see how people are crazy in front end, how people are designing things, right? So your assignment is for you to now to guys design the back side of this ATM. Please, can we do that? Can we achieve that before? Let me give you 1 week before next week. I think you can achieve it within 5 minutes, but just for beginners, to let just at least give you a space. Can we achieve that before next week? It's very easy. Can we achieve that? Hello? Is 1 week okay? Or it's too much? Is 1 week okay? Right? Please, someone should talk so that I will know. It's 1 week okay? Okay, fine. So now let's try to host these things on our. Let's assume that we are done with the front side of our this thing. So you can increase your own fonts, you can increase this, you can even put some things to it. But for because of time, let me just assume that I'm done with my ATM now. So now I now want to host it on my GitHub so that people will be able to share to see it what I've designed. So now let me try to cancel this. I don't need this again. So now what you have to do now, just open your terminal, Ctrl J. You open your terminal, go back to your GitHub like this, right? Then create new repositories. You will create new repository like this. Click on new repository and name it the name of your project. Let's say ATM. Let's say ATM cards, right? Let's say ATM card. Then you can just put a small description, which uh, which it's optional again. Then just create repository. I don't use the GUI format because the GUI is somehow very easy, and but it will make you somehow reluctant, and so that's why I want you to familiar with your command. So now this is what you will see now. But after this, you will see that nothing is displaying. But we've created our ATM card here. So what you just have to do now, go back to this, and then this is our terminal username and everything, and this is the location of our ATM. That is, this ATM is located on my desktop. So now, but I want to host this thing now. This one now, I want to host it. I want to push it to my GitHub. So what you just have to do is that for it first, just click on git init to initialize. Are you seeing that? Now, once you've seen it, you see something will open here. The git init won't show here because it's a temporary file. But if you come down to this, if you open this, you will see dot git, but it's not showing here because it's a temporary file. So now, after then, because of time, you can just come down here, then copy this code here, this one here. Just copy it, right? Then go back, then paste it, and then press OK. Can you see that it has gone, and it has gone to our master branch, right? So after then, so what you just have to do now, you now had all this. You will see that this thing, they are ready to be committed and what to be pushed on our this thing. So what you just have to do now, you now write git add. You can use dot or you can use a for all, and you know that you want depending. Now it means that I have added this one. I have added it to this branch, and I'm ready to push. But before you push, you have to put something like called git commit, and put /m like this as the description. Let me say that creation of ATM. Let me say ATM card. See, this commit is very important, because that's where, so that's what they call it version control. You will be able to track everything that you are doing even after 10 years. If you want to see how you are coding, and how you have pushed your project, you will be seeing it. But once I click on what and okay like this, you see that now on this one they are ready to push. You see that they have been pushed. All this now, they have been added to this my repository. And then if I now go to git push and then say okay, how are you saying? Oh, let's push it to origin, so that let me just push it to my origin without any delay. But this thing that have happened, I know it's fatal. They'll be fatal, but let me just this one. Let me copy this. Bam! Yeah. Go! Wait, oh. Why is command line slowing down? But I think let's just go this. To know if everything is successful, just refresh. Once you refresh it, and you see this one is showing like this. Okay, yeah, this is their new this thing. This is their new, should I say, what's it called? This is the new authentication that they are using now, just for security purpose. I'm sorry, can I just off my presentation? I'm sorry, because this thing will be published later, and we don't know the people that are watching us, right? So let me just try to push without, so that, please. Please, I hope we can get it right. Are we getting it? So I think now it has been pushed. Now authentication succeeded. Aha. Can you see my screen now? Back. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
So now my authentication is successful now, right? So now if I should now come back to my gits and I refresh it now, it's supposed to have done now. Sorry, it's still loading. Wow, you can see now that this thing has changed. Now it has even, you see that it has seen the percentage of my HTML in my project, and it has seen the percentage of my CSS in my project. So that this project that I've pushed now, I have 53% of HTML codes, and I have 46% of CSS code. So if you have JavaScript or any language, you see automatically. Please, who is that? Please, let us mute our mic, please. Who is that? Okay, so you will see that automatically it will see it. Any programming language that you are using, automatically your GitHub will see it now. So now you see now that you have pushed all our this thing here, the files, our folder into this. Please don't worry. There is a class that we will also do for this alone. This our GitHub is very essential as a developer for you to know, because this is what your recruiter will be asking for. So where is your GitHub account? Where is your LinkedIn account? So you must know how to optimize them, right? So now, if I want this code now to be accessible for all, don't forget, I just want people to be seeing. Now, I don't have money to host. For example, now, I don't have money to host, because if you are to host, you are to buy a domain name like www.something.com. You must buy your hosting plan, and now let's assume now that you don't have money, but you want to showcase what you've done to people. So now come down to, after when you've pushed it like this, come down to settings. Why is it my distance is very slow today, my network? So now let's say that that I've switched to setting now. So now you now see pages. Click on pages. Are we clear? After these pages, now deploy from branch, yes, because it's another branch. And let's say master, it's under master branch. And to see master branch, let me go back so that you will see that. But this is just the, because it's just under master sha, because of time. So it's master, and this would now leave it as the root because it's under root file. And then click on save. Is that clear? Please, are we getting it? Please, I won't explain this method again. Oh, any project that we've done, I'll just tell you that, well, go and host it and then just share me the link. The only thing that I just need will just be your what? Will just be your this alone. Just your link that you just share to us and then we just see. Is that clear? Then this is my network. So fine. So now since when I've saved it now go back to this your ATM back. Please, are we getting the steps? Please, are we getting the steps, please?
Yes, sir. We are getting the steps.
This my network is somehow damn slow. Now, okay, this is the branch that I'm telling you. Like you can see that it's under main branch. So that's why I changed that one to branch. This my network is very very slow. Please kindly bear with me. Let me try to refresh. Let me refresh again. See, this one is still loading. So fine. This is what I want to start checking. Oh my god. Oh, okay, fine. So, let me go back to my pages again. Someone is trying to join. This thing will end in the next 40 minutes or so. Go back. Where is it? Sorry. This is what I'm trying to see. You see now? You say what? Your site is live now. Can you see it now? So now I'll now share you guys. This is on my link now that I've generated. I'll just copy this one now. Right? Then let me share you guys in our WhatsApp. Please, is there any question regarding these steps, please? You've seen how to host a project now with a very free link. Now, any project that you've now done now, if someone is asking for you that let me see the project that you've done, this is what you just share to that person. I'm coming. Let me share this thing on our WhatsApp platform. so that you will. Please, any questions? Any questions so far? With the answer of this, like this, our network is still slow. But regarding that, please, any questions so far? I will share the links later so that you should all see, and which I believe all of you latest, because there are some people that will have to watch the video before they can understand. So please and please, latest, it should not exceed. It should not exceed latest. Let me give you the grace of tomorrow. It should not exceed on Saturday before you will also finish with your own project, and then send us your own link also too, so that you just send. Now let me just post it here so that you just link. Let's just post the link here, this link here. So I've posted the link, and just try to click on this link. You'll see how our project will pop out now. Please, are we clear now? Any question, please? Any question? Sister, I'm left behind though. It's my fault. Please help
Yes.
us. You know, I have shared the link. So I used to share the link for all the projects, for all the class that we are doing. So if you've missed any class, kindly just rewatch the videos, and then you should be able to catch up with that. So please, any more questions? If you have question, please
Yes.
kindly ask.
Yes.
Okay.
There
Oh,
are a lot of questions.
okay. My Oga. Okay, so what's the question, sir?
Let me start by thanking you for giving, by well, doing your best, and exhausting your time. This one has displayed first now,
No.
but the ATM chip are not displaying together with it.
They're not displaying together with teeth.
Yes,
Let
not
me
together. Yes.
let me just log in here. Let me copy this. Copy link. Let me also show it from down from here and see. Let me paste. Wow, correct. Thank you for that. You see now that this thing they are not showing. The problem now, who can tell me the problem?
Now, before we can tell you the problem,
Okay,
so
because of
you have
time. But let me just try to explain the. Okay, Mr. Sherifdin, what's the problem?
I guess the problem is from the source, the URL source of the email address
Correct.
that we
So, but what can you now do to rectify that?
maybe we make it to be universal in terms of writing it.
No, I don't want that answer. But
Or
you
we should move it from the folder. We should move it from the folder.
okay. It's already inside folder. You can see here now. It's already inside folder. But there's something. Please, you know what? Someone should remind me in our next class. We have two types of links. Mm? Because of time, our time will be off now. We have two types of links. We have what we call absolute link and relative link. So that's why it's advisable anything that you are using externally, you should make it relative to your project. Is that clear? So now you will now see that I use, that's one of the reasons why I use this forward slash, this slash here. So but this one too, you will see that upon that, the our this thing is not seeing it, because when we uploaded it, the link, this what's the name, this folder now, they are not relative to each other with that our source file, so that's why it's not displaying. Please, can we get that? So now you know what to do now. Just go and try it. But after this, just put your slash like this. Put two dot here one, or you should use an absolute without any slash. Just use this thing straight, just like this. and then bring out these images. Don't put it inside folder, bring it to be relative inside that the main folder. Is that clear now? Please, can we try that in our assignment?
Yes.
You see, what I just have to do is just remove these files now and put it inside. So remove it from a folder. Just put it inside to be relative to that your main file, that everything. I think that's all. So you will see what will happen. Please, anyway, so thank you for that observation. Thank you very much. So please, I'll also explain that, and like what I've said, everything that we've done, I will try to produce it as a pamphlet, or should I call it an ebook, that I will also give you guys. So everything that we've done here now, I will explain it in I will explain it step by step again as book. Then I will now give it out. All the projects that we will be doing, that's what I will be doing by God's grace, so that we should get more clear information. So our next project now is portfolio. So, and don't forget our assignment. Go and create the back view of that your ATM card and attach it. And latest for that assignment, latest should be next week. It should be ready. And I told you something, it can take you up to 5 minutes if you've really gotten this one. Believe it's very easy. If you've really gotten what we've done now, the back it's still the same size now and everything. Just do some so that don't let me tell you the answer. So, but because of the beginners, let us give you the grace of a week one, and then for the link, this your link like this, your link like this should be ready latest tomorrow Saturday. Latest tomorrow, sorry, next tomorrow Saturday before midnight. Please, it should be ready, and you should forward it to the group for us to view. And then I think in our, let's say on Monday, we'll start our portfolio, and this one is going to be a very complex this thing project, because it will contain a lot of things. There will be navigation, there will be footer, there will be header, there will be article, there will be section. There are a lot of things, and I want us to just use 2 weeks alone. Believe me, and I don't even know the magic that we do, because I don't want to be explaining like each bit like this. This one I will just be explaining, and then you just try to grab the concept before the next class, so that it won't take much of our time. Just imagine all these things that we've done. We don't even supposed to take like 20 minutes for us to finish, but now we've used like almost 4 lectures now to explain this. I think today is our 4th class. Yes, 4 lectures now that we've used to explain. But nevertheless, it's not how far, but how well. As far you guys are getting the concept, it's okay by us, even though it will take us a month. As far you are getting the concept, I think we are good to go. Please and please don't relent. A lot of people started with us, and you will now see the class now just not up to 10. And just imagine, and we have more than 50 people, more than 50 participants, but now we are not even up to 10. Please don't stop. Don't relent. Just keep on. Just keep on. The people doing it out there, they are not from heaven. They are the same thing. They are the same. They have the same head with you. They have the same mindset to everything. You just, nothing is easy to get. Nothing is easy to get. As we all want to be cashing out, you should also know the way out by you just improving yourself. As believe me, the only thing that you can do it yourself without regretting is improving yourself. By the time you pack it like a contribution, you will be surprised. Please don't relent, and make sure, yet it's hard outside, see data, you buy data, time consuming and everything. But nevertheless, just keep on pushing, just keep on pushing. Let something keep on driving you that yes, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve this. Believing by the time, the next 6 months, haba. Maybe you will even say, Kai, let me send 1 million to this man. Let me send 2 million to this man. So don't forget, practice, research more, and practice more. Practice. The only remedy to this is practicing. It's not just from you just looking at videos alone. No, you have to practice what you've seen, right? So see you guys on Monday, and don't forget the assignments. And in case you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And see you guys, and bye bye. Or is there any question? We have 3 more minutes. Is there any more question? So for the absence of question, we call it a day and see.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Thanks very much. To see you guys next week. Bye bye. Thank you.
Likewise.
Mm.
Hello.
No, hello.